Good morning, guys. What's going on? Stevie here with Lucky Crit. Just got out of a job interview, actually. I think that went pretty well, so here's hoping. But anyway, the Pokemon announcement that we're waiting for today from Niantic has not come out yet. We're still waiting. A lot of people are actually still refreshing their page constantly, waiting for this update to drop. Honestly, I am thinking that they might be a little trolly and just announce shiny Pokemon. Meanwhile, you know, I want to say like 90% of people think that it's going to be a Generation 2 announcement. We'll have to see, and I'll definitely be sure to update you later, hopefully in this video, when that actual update drops. But as far as shinies go, I'm really hoping that what they do is make it so that you can actually see if something is shiny from the actual map, or at least from the actual in-battle like catch screen, because if they just make it so that you have to catch every single Pokemon and then find out if it's a shiny afterward, that would be terrible. I would be so horrified. I would be so paranoid about every single Pokemon that I encountered, and I'd probably have to catch just about everything, you know, on the off chance that maybe it's a shiny. But what we do know is that there is actually a sound effect file for when you encounter a shiny Pokemon. So to me, that kind of says that you're definitely going to see, at least in that catch screen, that it is a shiny. As far as the shiny catch rate goes, people were wondering if they were going to stick to the normal values from like the main series games, which right now, as of Sun and Moon, is about 1 in 4,000 basically. And people were saying also that 100% perfect Pokemon should be shiny Pokemon. That's been something that people have wanted for like a really, really long time now. But honestly, well, that would be interesting because then I'd have a shiny Exeggutor. I don't like the idea that you can't have a 100% perfect Pokemon that isn't a shiny, so I'm definitely more open to everything having the potential of being a shiny. As far as the rate goes, the rate for actually having a 100% perfect Pokemon is pretty similar to the shiny rate, so I could see that potentially working together with that. But I would rather have the ability to have like a low IV shiny, just because IVs aren't that important when it comes down to it. And, you know, if I had a black Charizard with like, you know, average IVs, I would definitely feed that thing the candy to boost it up. But I'm definitely a little bit of a Stardust fiend powering everything up. So there's also one other thing that I wanted to do today that I didn't get a chance to do yet. So come on, I had to try it. I don't even like coffee, but I had to try this. Thankfully, this is not coffee. It's actually pretty good. So now I'm just at a little memorial here, just collecting some items before I head home. Nothing too amazing here so far. That Frappuccino thing was pretty good. I did manage to hatch a 10K the other day, unfortunately. It was actually a 10K from Hollywood Studios from Florida, which you could probably see me picking up in a different episode. However, it hatched into an Electabuzz. I did record it. I'll show you on screen now. Nothing amazing though, not even a proper moveset or anything, but trying to refill my items bag because I am dangerously low on Pokeballs. I have been for a while. A lot of people have honestly also been saying that the Pokeball drop rates from Pokestops have actually been lowered, it seems. A lot of people are having trouble filling their item bag full of Pokeballs. It's getting a lot of potions and stuff lately. It seems like they keep tweaking it every once in a while. Otherwise, it's just like anecdotal evidence, but most people are complaining about it right now, so it's probably a thing. I'm still kind of on the fence about buying more incubators. It would be really nice. I've got a lot of eggs to hatch. I do also have another 10K egg that's from Florida. I think it was from actually by the beach down there, so that would be pretty cool. If it was a Lapras, it'd be amazing. I already have a good Lapras, but more candy is always appreciated. I'm actually walking that as my buddy right now. It should be a Porygon because I should be focused on getting candy for Gen 2, and Porygon is something that I'm definitely going to have to be walking with in order to have those candies ready for the Porygon 2. But I'm really trying to boost my Lapras back up into my like top, at least 9, I want to say, because it really fell with a lot of the recent changes to our Pokemon CP. Had a lot of fail hatches lately. Tried to evolve another Nidoking, another fail. 91% IV, bad moveset once again. I have never gotten a Poison Jab Earthquake Nidoking or a Poison Jab Stone Edge Nidoking for that matter. Always get Fury Cutter or Mega Horn or some awful combination. My God, it's cold out there. It's going to be a lot harder to play from this point on, especially when snow starts falling. Anyway, this is pretty good, actually. I don't usually like frappuccinos or coffee or anything like that, but it's not bad. However, I was thinking about the nest in Connecticut, if I should go visit one today, but Hubbard Park is a Magikarp nest right now, and I actually do have enough candies for a Magikarp evolution. I was saving it. I kind of forgot about it, but let's do that right now. I'm going to need your guys' good luck, because if you remember what happened the last time, I didn't actually do it on camera or anything, but my last Gyarados, we're not going to mention the move that it actually got instead of the correct move that it should have gotten. So I do have this 98% Magikarp here. I think he's worth it. The CP looks low, but the thing is that Magikarp actually got nerfed a little bit in the balance recently. I don't know if Gyarados got buffed. I think Gyarados got buffed, but Magikarp, some of the actual unevolved forms of Pokemon did get nerfs, even if their evolutions didn't. So it's just that they're just going to jump a little bit higher whenever you evolve them. So, let's go for it. I need your luck. Come on. Hydro Pump or Hydro Pump or Dragon Pulse. I need those moves. One of those. We're not talking about the other one. Oh, actually, this guy's from Stonington as well. That's cool. Ready? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm blocking the screen, actually. I don't want to see the moves just yet. Come on. I love how his face just busts through the animation. Bite, Hydro Pump. Yes! Thank you! Alright, so, that other disgrace can be forgotten about. We have, at long last, a Bite Hydro Pump Gyarados. Thank you guys so much for your good luck. 98% perfect, just missing one stat in that stamina. Not gonna matter at all. Really, really cool. And I think, does that affect the top of my list? It must. It must. Let's see what happened here. It's gonna be lower than Lapras, so I don't know if I'll see it on my first screen, but it's gonna be up here. And Niantic really needs to fix this scrolling. It's very not good. Okay. Oh, look at that. So he actually pushes my Starmie a little bit back further down, and definitely my Arcanine is starting to fall down a little bit down there too, but that's alright. I really don't like the fact that I have two Flareons here right next to each other. I would really probably transfer this guy, but he's got the perfect moveset, 82% perfect. Kind of a waste to just transfer him, so I think I'm just going to have to jump ahead of him with Lapras and some other Pokemon. I'm still looking for an over 90% Cloyster with Frost Breath and Blizzard, and I just keep getting Hydro Pump on all of these Cloysters, and it's really starting to trigger me, but hopefully I'll be able to get one at some point in time. Cloyster is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, so I would really like that up here. I did boost this guy originally a long time ago because he was my only Cloyster at the time, and it's not a bad moveset. It's like probably the second best offensive moveset. It's just that he doesn't get the double ice moves in order to wreck Dragonites and stuff. Thankfully he is water and ice, so he does get stab on both Hydro Pump and Blizzard, but I would really just rather have that perfect moveset. So I just parked here at a park in Old Saybrook, and it looks like the Christmas event is live, whatever it is that they're doing. I didn't actually read anything yet, but I see in this nearby tracker that Pikachu has a Santa hat, just like we talked about in the last episode, where I was predicting about the costumes that we found in the actual game code. So we're going to go over here and hunt down this Pikachu and see if he actually has the Santa hat in the actual catch screen. I wonder if anybody on Reddit has actually noticed this just yet. I don't think I'm going to be able to put out this video fast enough before everyone already knows, but let's see. Okay, so on the actual map itself, he doesn't have a Santa hat. In the actual battle itself, he doesn't. That's weird. All right, I'm going to catch this really, really quickly here. Server issues. It looks like I have gotten the infamous Pokeball glitch. I bet you they're doing something right now to the servers. You know, I really wasn't thinking that anything was going to change today. I thought it was just going to be an announcement, but oh yeah, look at that. I just got an error for that. Maybe I wasn't supposed to be catching that just yet. So like I thought, the announcement is here, and the official post says, Professor Willow has discovered Togepi and Pichu hatching from eggs. Starting later today, trainers will have the opportunity to hatch these and several other Pokemon that were originally discovered in the Johto region in Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Silver video games. These are the first of more Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go over the next few months. Be sure to use the hashtag Pokemon Go on Twitter to share your experiences as you explore your local neighborhoods with family and friends. Blah, blah, blah. We also have another special treat for you starting later today through December 29th. You'll find limited edition Pikachu all over the world. Just like I told you guys with the Pikachu Santa hat. Unfortunately, I think my screen recorder crashed and I wasn't recording when I saw it. But basically, it's just Pikachu with the Santa hat, kind of like I made in the thumbnail for that last episode, if you check that one out. These Pikachu will be wearing a festive hat to celebrate the season. Use the Pokemon GO AR camera when you encounter them in the wild to take their picture and share it with us using hashtag #HolidayPikachu. So when I actually clicked on it and went into the battle, maybe it wasn't ready yet. Maybe it literally just happened because I was just driving here. I didn't notice anything different until just now. And it actually errored out in the actual battle itself. I was catching it. It went into the Great Ball, and then I got the Pokeball glitch, and then errored out, and it was long gone. So that's unfortunate, but that's really cool. So collect eggs. We don't know yet what these Pokemon are going to be in. Maybe baby Pokemon will come out of 2-kilometer eggs. I'm not sure, but definitely be sure to head out and check it out. And it looks like festive Pikachus are going to be taking place until December 29th. No news on any candy or Stardust promotions yet, but we'll see. All right, so never mind. Actually, the Pikachu is back here, so I'm going to show you what it looks like in the chart right now. It's got a little Santa hat on. And we're going to click on it and actually see what happens when I go into the battle. It's a little hard to hold the camera and do this, but if we go into the camera mode, is it going to have the... He doesn't have the Santa hat. I don't know if it's not going to or not supposed to, or it didn't load yet, but I don't see anything different about this particular Pikachu. I am going to take the time to catch it, however. 1 second. So I caught it. It doesn't appear to look any different than any normal other Pikachu, so I don't know if that's something that is just the way that it is, or if the Santa hat is going to be added in later today, but it's already showing that way in the nearby chart with the Santa hat on. So that's pretty interesting. So we're back at home now. Everybody's freaking out on the internet. A lot of people have already hatched a lot of the new Pokemon from 2-kilometer eggs, it looks like. So far I've seen Clefairy, Jigglypuff. Some people have also posted pictures of Togepi. It does look like we're going to be able to evolve Togepi into Togetic already. So that's going to be really interesting. It's going to take a lot of candies, so unless you hatch a lot of Togepis, you're going to have Togepi as your buddy Pokemon for the next little while in order to fill out the Pokedex. And we do have confirmation that once you do catch one of these new Pokemon or hatch them, your Pokedex will be updated to have a lot of new slots in it after Dragonite, which is really sick. Also, when it comes to the candy remains the old name that it used to have. For example, Pichu candy is going to be Pikachu candy still, but it's still going to work for Pichu as well. We were wondering if they were going to switch it to the most basic form, the baby forms candy, so Pikachu would then have Pichu candy, but they didn't do that. It's remained the same. So even though the update said later today, it's already out right now. While editing this video, some more new stuff just broke. So we talked about in the last episode how we discovered a new classification for Pokemon within the buddy system, where you would be basically holding the Pokemon, and we assumed that it was for baby Pokemon. True, it just happened. People have already posted an image of their character holding their buddy Pokemon, which is a Clefairy, which is awesome. Some people have also just confirmed that Pichu hatches from 5-kilometer eggs, which doesn't make any sense at all. Basically, the only way to make that make sense is Pichu hatches from 2K eggs, you move Pikachu to the 5K slot, Clefairy and Jigglypuff become 2Ks, and you move Clefairy and Jigglypuff into 5Ks as well. That is the only way to make it make sense, and apparently it doesn't make sense. It looks like with the way that it is right now, you can get both Clefairy and Clefairy from 2K eggs, and Jigglypuff and Jigglypuff from 2K eggs, and a Pikachu from 2K, and a Pichu from 5K. That literally does not make any sense. So I'm hoping for a fix on that. Some people are also talking about potential nests of these new Santa Pikachus. I think they might be a little bit more common than normal Pikachus, and I think because of this limited edition event, you're going to be able to find a lot of them, probably scattered around everywhere, which is cool. So collect as many as you can. Hopefully get some ones with good IVs, because because that's going to be great for the future. When I was at that park earlier, I didn't record the beginning, but basically when I first got there, I did see Pikachu on the nearby with the Santa hat. I went over to the stop and I tried to catch it, and once I got it in a great ball, actually, I got the Pokeball glitch, you know, from back last summer, that original glitch where you're having basically server errors, and then it errored out and kicked me out, and I did close and reopen the game, at which point I noticed there was a new splash screen, which is really cool, and then when I went back in and I caught the Pikachu, but in battle and in the camera mode, there was no Santa hat on the Pikachu just yet. I think they were still trying to add the model to the servers, and clearly it wasn't there yet for me because, you know, even though the nearby chart had the picture of Pikachu there, the actual model itself of Pikachu was not there yet, even though it was the special Pikachu. And at the time I was thinking, you know, maybe they would just change all Pikachus to have the Santa hat for this particular season. But after looking at the update once again, it is a limited edition Pikachu. And I didn't realize that in that moment, so I really thought that I transferred that Pikachu because it was bad IVs, it didn't have the Santa hat, and I just thought that, you know, the update wasn't out yet, so it wasn't going to be one of the right ones, even though I did see with the Santa hat in the nearby chart. But thankfully, I didn't transfer it, because that was almost really dumb of me right there. So I'm going to show you right now. So here's the Pikachu. It has the Santa hat kind of slumped over on its head, and we do have confirmation that when it evolves into Raichu, it does keep the Santa hat, which is really awesome. So this is going to be a limited edition Pikachu, and what I think that means is unless they release this again next year for Christmas, you're not going to be able to get this again. So definitely be sure to get at least a couple of these limited edition Pikachus. A lot of new players, you know, if trading ever actually comes out, a lot of people who missed this are probably going to want it, so it could be a potentially sought-after Pikachu, especially if it's got like really great IVs. That would be really nice. This particular one does not have good IVs, but that's really, really cool. I like that. And also be sure to hatch some eggs, get those eggs out of there. You need those 2Ks from the Pokestops now because they're going to have the new baby Pokemon in there. So that's really, really cool. So that is what it looks like is going to be the Christmas event for us. A lot of people were kind of hoping for more. I'm still kind of hoping that we'll get some kind of like a double Stardust or double XP or something type of event around Christmas time. Maybe around there. I can't see them like releasing it right now. It's too early. So hopefully like that week of Christmas, we will get some kind of like a double candy or double experience, double Stardust event going on, as well as this. But that would be nice. That would be a really great Christmas present from Niantic as far as the game goes. So be sure to get out, catch your limited edition Pikachus, get your baby Pokemon out of those eggs, and expand your Pokedex. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Stevie. I'll see you in the next episode.